Hello everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, new natural in the world. And as per usual with these particular games, I'm joined by the roommate Ronan.
Hello.
And we're back. It's been a bit since actually October on Halloween was the last time we played. So we've had a whole last month we didn't finish Phoenix Wright. So, but we're back. We will finish it off. And yeah. Alright. February 10, 3:36 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 7. Rabble rabbles.
Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the tests we had performed earlier. Tests? Yes, tests. On the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree. Oh yeah, that. I totally forgot about it. Same. I've been here for a while. That's the weapon that Maya Fey used when she fought with the victim. So what are the results? Was it the victim's blood, or... Due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible. However, there's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on this dagger was not the victim's blood.
Oh.
That is all. Now then, let's restart this trial. The fuck just fell on my hand. There may have been food in my beard. I apologize for my messy state.
Oh dear.
Just finished eating. It was like, alright, time to stream. So it wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger. Then whose was it?
Dagger updated in the court record.
I'm sure both the defense and prosecution know this, but... this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence in their claims. I understand, Your Honor. From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. So let's finish this quickly. What the fuck kind of bug just flew by?
It's a fly. It's a very big, fat fly.
Same one from the kitchen?
Probably.
Fuck that thing.
The thing is so huge.
Yeah, it's been eating well.
I need to grab my fly swatter and try and get it.
Still in the bathroom from when we had to assault the wasps.
Yeah.
Agreed. Very well. Please bring in the last witness.
Maya. Oh god.
I apologize for any ridiculousness tonight. I just started ADHD meds. So when they crash, my brain may also. Witness, please tell us about your name and profession.
Maya Fey. My profession is, I'm the assistant manager at Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Maya. According to the magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium of the Korean channeling technique.
I'm frightened. The Fey clan, I don't want any more to do with it.
Oh, honey.
The pain in the Fey bloodline the Fey bloodline causes must be unbearable. Very well. Now then, Miss Fey. When the event occurred, you were in the temple... you were in the garden of the inner temple. And you witnessed the moment of Miss Elise Dunim's murder. Is this correct?
I didn't see anything.
Fuck you, Godot. Straighten up this instant, young lady.
Huh?
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later.
But I...
Bitch! 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 Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact. But something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? You've seen the witnesses come and go, come out, and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen? There it is.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's why I usually don't eat close to streaming time, but with the new meds, I have to remind myself to eat because appetite suppressant. Witness, if you please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. At the Inner Temple.
I was passing through the garden on the way to the spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against a stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Then something warm splashed over me. And then that's when I lost consciousness.
So you were struck on the head. I suppose it must have been this staff. Maya, the person who hit you. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
If you think hard enough, maybe those eyes in the back of your head will remember. Fucking, sometimes you don't see shit, bro.
Uh-huh.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't.
Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone. It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination. Maya, hang in there. She doesn't look well at all. Would you be after everything she's experienced?
Yeah, probably not.
You... It was something that came up. It was just one of those little, like... Confused. You think you screamed, but you're not sure?
Listen, I was in a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, a child? I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits.
Believe me, my dear, I'm certain I would have soiled my robes.
I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyways, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that it was my last hope.
Maya, you know you can't do that. You know you can't just give me something and then stop. Wow, it sounds like poor little Maya really was out of her mind. But I wonder what she meant by last hope. Maybe go back to that sentence where she kind of was like,
What do you mean by last hope?
Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
What? What do you mean by your last hope?
No. That's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said that?
Oh. Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see and you screamed, right? You screamed, "Help me."
Yeah.
Can someone please do a scan real quick to make sure she's all good? But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope.
Oh, well, you know, that's like what you do call it when that happens.
Huh? Maya's not doing so well up there.
Oh, yeah, Oh, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
Okay, what are you doing? Maya, what is this? What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at.
Why didn't you say that before?
That's who I was screaming to for help.
Maya.
Ah!
Maya. What is it now?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out.
Ah, my brain! Why were you dumb enough to tell me that?
So this is very appropriate? Huh?
Huh? What? I lost all context. What are you talking about? What is appropriate, huh?
Nick Phoenix saying, huh?
Yes, absolutely. Witness, are you absolutely sure of what you're... I don't think she's sure of anything right now. Behind the attacker, there was another person?
I meant to keep that part a secret. What have I done?
Why did you need to keep it secret? And the fact that you're foolish enough to say, I meant to keep it a secret. Okay. I thought you were smarter than this, Maya.
Just woke up from being possessed, so... You know.
It takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say.
Sure.
A ton of pressure.
You're in a court of law here. You can't make things up or try to hide things in this chamber. Witness, the information you just presented is vital to the case. I want you to add it to your testimony.
I could see...
I could see a man behind my attacker by the light of the stone lantern.
By the light of the stone lantern. His was not lit.
So there was a man standing behind your attacker.
Yeah.
That man. He's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Elise Dunim. Otherwise known as Misty Faye, your mother.
The killer?
Maya. You know who killed your mother, don't you? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? To be frank, Your Honor, I think she's in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
Huh? What do you mean? What problem?
Maya. On the night of the crime, that stone lantern was out of commission.
Huh? What?
It's true. There was no way, There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
No!
Hey, sometimes when you're in shock, your brain fills in gaps incorrectly. Not your fault. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Godot, explain... How is Mr. Godot supposed to explain Maya's struggle with trauma and seeing her mother die? How is he supposed to explain her memory loss? The fuck? Can you psychoanalyze someone legally? And, like, diagnose shit? Otherwise, your opinion is useless. Add the pureness of... oh, no. Add the pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee. Stir, okay? That is the state... But why? That is the state of the witness's mind right now. A cup of café ole?
Ole. Café ole.
Yeah, just coffee.
Milk coffee, yeah.
Yeah, I just said coffee.
Coffee.
It's coffee with milk.
And café ole.
Cafe ole? Is that even legal? Sir. Mr. Tright's words are Sorry, just stupid. Words are the milk, and you are the spoon, Your Honor. What? I'm a spoon. I am no. Said spoony bastard. I'm no spoony bar. I'll have you know. All I can hear in my head is my spoon's too big.
My spoon's too big. My spoon is too big.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Stupid millennial humor, I love and hate it. You must have noticed it too, Wright. This witness's mental state is highly unstable right now. Yes, I pointed that out! I just didn't do it with coffee metaphors!
Right?
It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that. Sorry, but that's not gonna cut it. What did you say? If there truly was no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction on the witness's last bit of testimony.
How can she see the person that she was asking for help?
Nick.
May I?
May I?
May I please recall the witness's statement about her attacker? She said that she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker.
And she quite clearly described him as a man.
Ah!
In other words. That would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person. Despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker.
No! Oh no. Oh no.
Bunch of orders! What in the world does this all mean, Mr. Wright? Are you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under pitch black conditions?
Objection!
Wright, don't you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? There was no other light source at the scene.
Objection!
There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot. Maya, did you see who the killer was in the dark? I think that was Maya, you did see, because there was no question mark. And now, you're trying to cover for him. Cover? For the man that killed her mother! There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know this man, who this man is.
Please, Nick. I don't know anything. Please, I'm begging you.
You talk a good game, Trite, but let's see if you can walk the walk. If it was pitch black, so what? It was pitch black. So what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff.
No, Nick, don't! Please stop!
If you don't know anything, why are you concerned about it? Maya's dead set on protecting this guy. The man who murdered Maya's mother... Blah! Murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth. Alright, Mr. Wright. Time to show us what you've got. Who was this person that you say Miss Faye saw in the darkness?
The only person you could actually see in the darkness. Good dot.
Because it was pitch black, Miss Faye was able to recognize the killer easily. I'm sure the court would like to see for itself how this is possible, yes? What? But how do you propose to show us something like that? It's easy. We just need to recreate the conditions of that night. Conditions? Yeah, the shit that's happening during the scene. Your Honor, the defense officially requests that all the lights in this courtroom be turned off.
Excuse me.
Brrr. Bzzz. This is... But it can't be! Fucking Darth Vader shit.
Hello, you light bright motherfucker.
That was a nice bit of deduction, Tripe.
You can see your face, bitch.
Well, everyone, this is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder. More orders! Prosecutor Godot, what is the meaning of this? We can see you, motherfucker! Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it? Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person. What do you mean by that? If you've got a question, ask the witness. That's one of my rules is telling you how to do your job. Well, Maya, how about it? What you saw that night? Was it through glowing red lights?
The lights are growing, aren't they?
Growing lead lights? Well, witness, answer the question.
Crack my back while doing weird move.
You okay?
I'm trying to crack my back while I'm like
While doing weird move.
I'm trying to like move in like specific ways so it, like pops like
Yeah.
gets everything back in line.
You're wrong.
While also trying to do the voice.
You can stop one thing to do the other, you know.
I'll do it at the same time.
Why?
I want to see if I can do it.
Okay.
I never saw that.
Okay, now you're just trying to crack everything to see if you can do it at the same time out of oppositional defiance. You're like, you know what? Now that he's said that, I'm gonna crack everything. Maya. I can't read. Your head's in the way.
It's my line, I know, it's fine.
I thought the person that stabbed my mother was a man. For a totally different reason.
Objection.
Fuck you. Stop your chattering, Your Honor. Excuse, bitch! Chattering. I will deck you! If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules for your court. Alright. Just gonna casually yeet a gavel real quick.
Gonna do a Von Karma and every single prosecutor except for Edgeworth fucking yeet something at one of them.
Just ba-ding off of his fucking visor. Well then, let's continue the testimony. Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, you look like a fucking G.I. Joe, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking hinge joint back.
Trying to like pull a certain way and like keeping it there so. Yeah.
What? What?
I'm just trying to crack my back.
Crack back.
Yeah, I did.
Turn. And it'll crack.
Yeah.
Turn and it will crack.
I did already.
Okay.
Good.
I said turn, it'll crack. You're like, yeah.
I did. I already did.
Okay.
I was trying to get like certain spots of like my back. That, well, I'm fine there. That just feels good.
Before every stream, I'll just do like, what was it? The fucking Neji from Naruto when he did the different palm techniques. Where it's like, I'll just do that down your back.
Seeing how shit my back is, yeah, probably.
Please tell us how you knew the killer was a man.
Yes, Your
He
Honor.
whipped his dick out. I saw a magical floating penis glowing in the light.
I until after I woke up, but
Just picturing a giant fucking, like, ghostly penis. Just slightly transparent, but the head is a bright red light. She's just like, help!
The killer.
when I came to, I was just lying there on the training hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit, and the body was gone.
I've been doing too much French classes. I read that as torche, and I don't even know what torche is.
Torcher le chi.
What is torche in French?
Wipe.
Okay, I read torches as wipe.
Wipe your ass.
Oh.
C'est torcher le chi.
I was like, torche? What? Oh, torches. I love that the reverse of that would be torch your ass.
Oh god, oh my god.
What, torch your ass or wipe the flame? Something like that.
Oh my god.
And all the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up too.
Holy fucking Toledo.
Since the person did all that work alone, I just assumed it was a man.
No, I'm not gonna.
What did you...
It could have been a woman, but
It's an old game.
it's an old game.
Oh, we've found more controversial in Yakuza, so
Yeah, honestly, this is very tamed.
this is more of the stupid, like, you can't do it, of course not, you're a woman, but it's at least it's not predatory. So it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man.
Yes, that's right. I'm so sorry, Your Honor.
No need to apologize. It's as Mr. Godot said, you're utterly exhausted.
Considering she's been channeling one person for hours.
It's only natural that you would be a little confused. Also, if you consider the situation you described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume that the culprit was a man. Scooze. Ugh. I can't stream before I eat. I can't eat before we stream because...
Hello. Of course, I can't be the killer. I'm a woman. Yeah.
I love that logic in this game. My god.
Gotta love the old way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read this?
No.
No.
What is this?
Hearts.
Is that a frog holding a heart? I can't understand what I'm looking at.
Did you love it?
Okay.
How are you doing? It's been a little minute. Yeah, it's been a month since we last streamed the game.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty busy month, honestly.
I'm on my 3rd day of ADHD medication, so there's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
Got my new mattress purchased, but it's not going to be here for...
Until next Friday.
Yeah, not this upcoming one.
Not tomorrow, but next
basically,
Friday.
it's going to be... It has been, and will be, about a week and a half from the purchase until it is delivered. But because I was willing to wait, they completely cut the delivery cost.
Thank God.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get that bed for like 2 years now.
I need that. But US sucketh the great big toes on the insurance side.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
I literally, it's fucking crazy. I was able to, for perspective, I literally just made an appointment with my family doctor over the phone, went in, and said the words, I'd like to try an ADHD medication. He said, because he knows my history, he said, okay, and wrote a prescription and printed it. Like,
Yeah.
it astonishes me that the world hasn't figured shit out like that. Like, don't get me wrong, our system is broken as fuck when it comes to waiting in the ER and shit like that.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is.
It's awful. But, like, we're getting in the right direction. We just need to fucking figure that out once we get the new doctors and stuff
Hopefully.
going.
Yeah.
But they're all still in school because COVID fucked everything up.
Yeah, our medical situation in our particular province has been a little bit wacky.
Yes.
I hate it here.
Yeah, I can imagine with the orange Cheeto.
I hope everyone's safe and doing well, and I hope that over the next few years, the next 4 years, even if things don't get amazing, I hope things just stabilize, you know what I mean? I hope he can get you from point A to point B without danger.
Well, with what he's trying to do with the fucking tariffs, oh my god, he's gonna crash his entire economy.
What I'm afraid of primarily is, like, concerns over human rights for, like, queer people, disabilities, and, like, people that really need help that he kind of overlooks sometimes.
We are struggling, but we refuse to give up.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Because, oh my god. It is chaotic stupid down south of us.
It's kind of chaotic stupid here, too. We just, yeah,
It's a
like you
different-
say.
We just got rid of the one premier that was fucking our province. We were like, thank fucking crazy God.
We got our fingers crossed on the new one, though, because things might be going in the right direction. The first two things she did was put on a rent cap, which, thank fucking God,
Yeah, our province was very bad.
it's
when it
getting
comes to
crazy.
rent.
And another one was, what was it? It was no tax on hydro or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's trying to fix the housing shit right now because it's been a mess since COVID.
God, it's been
But
messy.
there's some other stuff that I'm not so sure about her. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
But I'm staying optimistic, and if things go down south, then, like you say, you can't just give up about it.
Yeah. Being with a working...
Yes! That's another thing.
Yeah!
I've heard a few situations already of AFAB people, people assigned female at birth, dying outside of hospitals right now. So,
I'm glad you're all moving in a good direction.
a good
though.
direction, though.
Yeah.
We
thank
seem to
God.
be. Like,
We're hopefully slowly but surely get there, considering like we had a
cautiously optimistic.
pretty much. Like it can't be as bad as frickin' Joe Blow a Bob at their
Yeah. It was a...
Higgs.
Yeah. He was a tool.
Anyways.
Carrying on.
Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
But yeah.
Yeah, I hope y'all get that, though. I hope you can just, like... The reason I said that is because I want everyone to be able to just go to their doctor and be like, I need this. And then if their doctor knows them or has done the tests and stuff and they know it's safe, they're like, yes, of course we'll do that. And they just get it. They're just like, I'll go print that and grab it from the printer. Here you go. Drop it off at the pharmacy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the torches were lit?
Yes, that's how I noticed that the whole scene had changed.
Wow.
That's how I noticed that the whole scene had changed.
I'm gonna say it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be? The killer probably lit them since it'd be impossible to do any cover-up work in the dark. However, if that's true, there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body? That's true. It's hard to see how that would be... bleh. It's hard to see how that would be of any advantage to the killer. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the person that was at the inner temple, Maya.
The only person.
The only person who was at the inner temple, Maya.
I think we're being supportive.
The light.
The light was a little bit annoying. We need everyone to band together on this, not tear apart.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
People work better together. Even freaking introverts. I am an introvert and I have slight agoraphobia. I don't do well with many people, but I still do better knowing that there is support.
Yeah.
So, humans are meant to work together. Literally in our genetics.
Yep.
Very well. Let me hear some more about the condition of the crime scene. So you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow? It did look really odd.
It's a perfect square.
The snow was removed in an unnatural looking rectangular shape around the lantern.
There were a lot of shovels around the inner temple. But they're all really heavy. Way too heavy for me to use.
An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take snow?
Blood! There be blood, sir. Snow away from a crime scene.
Well, there's one thing I can think of. Didn't you say that a lot of the victim's blood sprayed onto the snow?
Yeah. There I collapsed and ended up being splattered.
Evidence? Blood? Right.
In other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation.
Let's take the blood snow and push it with regular snow and kinda covered snow.
It doesn't do that.
No.
It doesn't do that.
The Dutch is like,
It pretty much.
yeah, pretty much.
Bloody snow just makes pink snow after a while.
Well, it was snowing, so it would
Adding
cover
more just makes it pink.
Yeah.
My dad spent, I kid you not, from almost... I don't know if he slept that night, to be fair. When Price was put
Oh, okay.
down. He was using machinery. Like a big fucking scoop. What is it called?
Like snowplow?
No, it's one of the scoops. Fucking...
A shovel?
No, it's like it's a machine that you sit in. I should know this fucking tractor's name. But it's got...
Snowcat?
No, it's what's a common one they use on farms.
Just tractor?
It's just the one. Scoop lift. Scoop lift.
Tractor.
I can't, but it's a specific type, but whatever. Basically, he was using it to just shove it out of the way and then move it back and get fresh snow on.
Yeah.
To kind of get rid of the blood and whatnot. Just because he didn't want it.
Bulldozer?
I think.
Mm.
I think that's what it would be considered. But basically, yeah, he essentially bulldozed all that and put fresh stuff on top. And it, I kid you not, was easily 30 square feet of pink snow.
A bucket tractor?
I believe that's it.
That would make sense.
But it, oh wait, no, it would be a bulldozer. It's the exact little image that's in The Sims when you need to bulldoze a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, because a bucket tractor is the one with the reach over arm.
I don't know farming tools.
Fair enough. Apparently I don't either. I can't fucking think of any names right now. But I believe, yes, bulldozer would be the correct one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I don't know, every time my dad looks at a tractor or anything that's like a farming equipment or like anything that's like a
It's
heavy
just
heavy
tractor.
equipment, my dad goes, ooh, I'm like, pop, godler schmast.
Yeah, construction. It was on my and to clarify, a horse needed to be put down. It was unfortunate. No one was killed. There was no humans were murdered. It's not a situation like this.
No humans were murdered during this.
Yes. But he has a big garage, and so he has all this machinery for moving things on his property. So he had that on the property to deal with the situation. He did have a bucket tractor, though. They needed it to excavate shit. Excavators.
However, there is something that bothers me. That's bothering me. If the killer just wanted to hide snow in the snow with blood on it, there was no need to remove that amount.
It's all around.
That's true. He could have scooped up just the snow that was stained with blood. Looks like there are some mysteries behind this issue.
But I think this will help explain them.
We're just gonna fast forward this too.
Naturally, the killer must have done it, right?
Yes, I think so.
But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide.
truth is, when I saw the crime scene, I felt something.
You did?
Yes, I felt like the killer was hiding the evidence for me, for my sake.
What? Hiding it for you?
Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. If Sister Bikini had come back and looked at the garden,
She may have thought you had done it. No, she definitely... she definitely would have thought so. And you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene? To make it look like nothing had happened?
yes, I'm sure of it.
Well, that's certainly an important piece of information. I want you to add that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
I think it was for my sake that the killer cleaned up what happened on the evidence. Alright.
Objection!
Present!
Then why they write your fucking name?
The body of Elise Donim was carried all the way to Hazakura Temple's courtyard. Then at the garden, the real scene of the crime, the snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe all of this was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd. Oh, and what would that be? You must have figured it out by now, Mr. Godot. It's the message written in blood on the lantern. Oh, fuck. You know what I like? The fact that I kind of made Godot sound like a fuckboy. Like one of those TikTok fuckboys that just kind of says like, damn, if a girl come up on me, we should do that right.
Oh my god, yeah it is, except less douchey.
They immediately start talking about, man, if a girl did this to me, shoot, bro. It's like, why'd I make him a fuckboy, though?
Just less douchey.
Slightly.
Just enough that it's not that douchey.
This is totally my real voice. It's like my natural resting voice. I'm not deepening my voice to sound like turned on or anything.
Oh my god.
It's so fucking funny, man.
It was like written very clearly on the white stone lantern. Maya.
Sounds like a frat boy trying to be sexy.
Come on, Maya.
The only appropriate response.
Goodbye. Bye.
Hell yeah.
Not dealing with that. Bye. No fucking way.
I love that.
Ooh, boys.
I love the idea that, like, Maya doesn't know when people, like, are just genuinely being nice and flirty with her, but she can detect a fuckboy a mile away. She's like, no!
Oh, hell no.
Not dealing with that shit.
If the killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion,
Oh my god.
the shoo, then why didn't he wipe the writing off the lantern?
Alright, well,
It's
Barnack.
Oh, you're right. I hate it so much.
Do you know what's sad? That would match a different character from one of the other games that we
Cool,
haven't
I'll
played
use it
yet.
when that character comes up. We'll
It-
get douchey TikTok frat boy up.
And it won't even be in the Miles Edgeworth game. It'll be in the Apollo Justice game. So it's gonna be a little bit before you get to use that voice. But,
That's fine.
oh god.
It'll be worth it.
But Mr. Wright, isn't it a fact that the killer was trying to cover up the crime scene?
No.
Sure. Indeed. But it doesn't make much sense to move the body and remove the bloody snow. Then not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing.
Objection!
But if that's the case, do you have an explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior? Hold on, I gotta get this shot real quick.
Drops the mug for a fucking phone.
Jesus.
Why would this killer move move the body and remove all that snow? But then leave
That's what we're asking, Gadot!
leave the bloody writing on the lantern.
Because you can't see red, motherfucker. We already knew this.
I don't know what the killer's plan was. But it's a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. There must be a reason for it.
Color blindness!
He's just plainly red colored blind. No other colors, just red.
Yeah, some people have like red-green color blindness and stuff like that.
Well, in his case, it's his visor.
Yeah, I know. Some people do just have like singular colors. It's weird.
I say it's funny.
Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion.
If Godot would watch Has-Been Hotel or
Hortel!
Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss.
Hey, come on, check out Has-Been Hortel! It's my new fancy home. Got my own room and everything, bitches.
If
If he watched Has-Been Hotel, he couldn't see shit.
Yep.
Hey!
God damn it.
I mean, technically, every day's Has-Been Hortel day if Angel's there.
I'm never saying it normal.
Right? I mean, the moment Angel Dust goes into the building, it has been Hortel.
The whore tells all.
Hortel's all. Fucking Husk in the corner just being like, not today, not today, not today. Or nothing at all.
Oh,
Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion.
Oh my god.
Why did the
killer leave the bloody message? Alright, fuck it. He's fucking old rice pirate Oscar for today. Why did the killer leave the message written in blood on the lantern?
'Cause you didn't notice. Fuck.
Wow.
Well, what do we have here?
I love how you do JoJo poses!
What do we have here?
Prosecutor Godot, earlier in the trial, you gave some good advice.
That actually reminds me, I need to finish JoJo. I stopped after, like, Jonathan's.
I've never watched JoJo. I look at memes that occasionally pop up. See, I love the vibes. I dress as a slutty bard half the time. I get the vibes, but I've never watched it.
Oh, it's so homoerotic tones.
I've noticed that.
It's not even like the characters are gay. It's just so
The
homoerotic
memes
in
are
terms
very
of tones.
much like...
Tones?
Yeah, the memes are
Ooh,
very
sexy.
much like as close as they can be without making out.
Oh my god. Yes.
It reminds me a lot of K-Project with Mikoto Suo and the dude in blue or whatever.
Yeah.
But just constantly like this, like grabbing each other's shirts and being like that and staring at each other. But Mikoto is constantly just like, hey, how you doing? It's like, what is happening?
But you know, I watched like the first half of season 1, which is like Jonathan before he expires.
You are expired.
It's very confusing. And I think it's his son is where I left it off, and I haven't watched the other half of season 1, which would be his son. So yeah, it's like, it's one of those like shows that I have to kind of be like in the right mindset to watch it.
Fair.
Type of shit, but oh my god.
Prosecutor Godot. Oh yeah, I've said this.
Okay.
once you eliminate
I can't read now. Oh no, the meds are gonna wear off, so I won't be able to focus enough. Fuck.
You can do it, I believe in you!
once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Maybe you're not as dumb as I thought. My eyebrows twitching.
Fuck.
If I thought my ADHD was bad, I watched JoJo and I think I couldn't work for the next 3 days.
Yeah, I tend to do that, but it's with art or random research. I will suddenly get interested in like nature or medicine and go down a rabbit hole, and then I'll wake up 2 days later being like, I had stuff to do. Or she will just be like, hey, just, knock knock just to wake you up, and then she'll be like, it's still light in your room and your eyes are blood red. You didn't sleep, did you? Casually looks up from pencil, like dehydrated as fuck.
Mine's games, I will rabbit hole so bad.
We were just talking about this, and I want her to get tested, like, officially, because we did a little test online, but it was one of those ones where, because she doesn't know a lot about mental health disorders and the symptoms, it's possible that some of them were answered incorrectly because she didn't know that some of the things she did, what was it? It was, you have no troubles, like, starting something new, but you have trouble finishing things. That often sounds like a negative symptom, and we hear the word symptom and we think bad. But for her, it's just seeing a game going, oh, nice, I want to get this and talk about it. And then she plays it, but then she finds another one, and she'll drop that one because she's like, she'll go back to it later, and then it's like 3 years later, and she still hasn't finished it. It's just like... That's a lot of my games. Yeah. So that's something that should have been a yes, but she was like, no, I get to work, I do my stuff, I'm fine. And so it was one of those things where, like, the association just was a misunderstood thing.
It depends on what it is, but yeah.
Yeah. So I do. Your mom, she's got ADHD.
Oh, yeah, that's probably where I get it from. Fuck.
Probably. But it would probably clarify a lot of, like, any issues, like us when we try and, like, if we need to get those dice that say, that choose what food you're getting that evening, because the amount of times we've been like, are we gonna get Chinese, are we gonna do this, and we're just looking at each other like waiting for the other person to answer. It's like, well, I can't think of something if you don't talk, but she can't think of something if I don't talk, and so it's like, fucking roll the dice!
Hyperfixation and then, like, burnouts are a bitch. I'm surprised I have not burnt out, but at the same time, I try to take breaks. Yeah, sounds like me and my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, burnout is also just, like, you can burn out on a video game. Just losing passion for it and wanting to start something else. Even if you still like the game,
yeah.
It doesn't mean you dislike it, it just means it's not as exciting to your brain anymore, so you stop that one and start something else.
Yeah.
And then you don't play it for, like, 2-3 years. Or even a few months.
Yeah. To be fair, I think the only time I had, like, a game burnout was Persona 5. I needed a break from that game. I was like, holy shit!
It's like when people listen to a song, like, I'll listen to it on repeat until I hate it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I adore this, I adore this, I adore this. I'm like, this is all I've heard for the last 3 days. I need to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like giving the serotonin you are craving. Yeah,
yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Where the fuck are we with this?
I don't know.
Did you read this?
Speaking of ADHD, the real killer wanted to disguise the fact that the crime had occurred there. If that's the case, they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose.
Oh,
Therefore, it must have been that they didn't notice it.
ADHD. But
Look at squirrel! Squirrel! when we're out for a drive, we'll like mid-sentence we'll just be like, Durger! And Durger is what we say for dog.
Popper!
It's a puppo.
it's a puppo.
And yes, we do have echolalia and all that stuff, and just...
Mix. Puppo?
He's like, no,
He's
I'm
dead asleep.
snoozing. Fuck off.
Yeah.
He is a sleepy boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepy boy. Alright. But that doesn't make any sense. The torches were all lit and everything. There's no way any normal person would miss something as glaring as that.
You're right. There is no way any normal... He's so mean to Godot. Normal person would.
He has the red visors.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright? There's only one person involved in this incident who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether. Who would that be?
Duh!
I think that's why we laughed at chicken fingers. It wasn't funny, but it hit it
hit him.
It tickled the serotonin brains just enough to be like, you know what? Yes.
It hit the funny bone of the brains.
Ew.
I don't know.
Random little bones floating around in your brain? What?
Ow.
Speaking of the funny bone.
Yes.
I like to imagine they just do an x-ray of your skull and there's just another tiny skeleton inside your brain.
Oh, fuck. That was... Okay.
Mr. Godot? This is what you said yesterday.
Oh my god.
My eyesight's pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
You can't see everything, you fucking weirdo? Are you some not normal person?
Me finding out I have a skeleton in my brain!
Yes.
Sometimes I just I word vomit random words combos and it's just...
We just call them word flubs.
The word flubs. Oh my god, the word flubs. Hi, yes, I hate it.
Is that correct, Mr. Godot?
Oh my god. Look, that's where like one of my... probably the most well-known one out of my group of friends, including Ronan, because he was there when I said this, which was shut the fuck door.
There's shut the fuck door. Then there was, oh, what was it? You were basically telling me to fuck off or something after a stream because I was like poking fun at you or something. What was it?
Feck off?
No, it was like a weird combination. It was similar to shut the fuck door.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
But the story for shut the fuck door is I was trying to say shut the front door.
And shut the fuck up.
But my brain kept shut the fuck up in my brain and then shut the front door.
And she has now been renamed in Messenger to Diddly Grunk because when she has alcohol, she gets very giggly. And so she tried to tell our friends online, yeah, ignore me, I'm just a giggly drunk. But no, she says I'm a diggly grunk. And we lost our shit laughing. So I immediately sneakily renamed her to Diggly Grunk, and she saw my phone one day and was just like, motherfucker!
Fucker.
Oh god.
Yep.
This lantern was submitted as evidence today. I would like the court to think back to the moment it was first presented. This lantern, there's something written on it.
I tried to say F-U-C-K, but it came out as FERK, and now my
Ferk,
husband
yes.
doesn't let me forget it.
I've said, okay, I've combined the word fuck and it was freaking or something like that. Like, I think it was because my niece was nearby, and I said firkin. And I was like, what the firk is a firkin? Like, I'm just,
Aww, fluffer pupper.
Who's a snoozy boy?
He's a fluffer pupper. With the floofiest of boots.
yeah, he's a floof boot.
Okay.
It's written in blood. Ah! Nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle. Mr. Godot, just admit it.
You can't see shit.
There are certain colors you can't see, correct? You can't see red on a white background, can you?
Just can't see fucking red, period. That's all he sees.
That's right. We went through this once before,
Ketchup.
during the poisoning case at Très Bien.
Or sorry, très bien.
Très bien.
Très bien.
Fuck's sake.
Accent?
L'accent est de la mauvaise goddamn de place, tabarnak.
Tabarnak! I love how you went from regular French to shuck so quickly, or to
The
Acadian.
Acadian so fucking
Yeah.
quick. Ah, yeah. Potato.
This is the apron the delightful Mrs. Bird was wearing at the time.
Miss.
Miss Bird. I still see it as bride. and somehow spilled coffee on. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about
They wouldn't need to if you could see it. No one told me shit about a blood stain.
You could see the coffee on the white apron, but you couldn't see the ketchup because it was red.
He's like, fuck you?
It's strange. In a black and white photo, those letters would have appeared black to me.
Did I say those photos or letters? I can't remember.
In black and white photos, they would appear black to me. Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I wonder. Why am I the only...
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. So then, Mr. Godot, are you admitting it?
You can't say shit.
Are you admitting that you can't see the red writing on the lantern?
I admit to nothing.
Hey, Gramps, didn't you know? That's the reason why you don't drink red tea.
Why I don't.
Why I don't drink red tea.
You can't see the red tea. It's invisible! Like, what? My guy, it's liquid.
I wonder if it would just be like a murky color or fully transparent to him. I think it would still have some opacity because what makes the color is the tannins and stuff like that, but small enough pigment in the liquid, so slightly transparent.
I mean,
It's like if you have cold brew coffee and it's like all clear,
yeah.
but then versus a hot brew, you break down the beans more, so there are more essentially bits of the bean in it.
Yeah.
So like paint. The larger the flakes, the more opaque. I don't know why I'm making these references. I wasn't sure about it until now, but...
I was a teller at a bank, and I try to say good to see you and then have a good day. I said good day to see you and couldn't figure out how to recover, so I switched it to awkward Australian accent and winked. That's great.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I was very tired one morning. I had to call in my meds, and I know the pharmacist fairly well. Before I hung up, I said thank you, love you, and I just heard a chuckle before I hung up, and I was just like, there is no coming back from that. I just have to accept that I said that.
I think he has a blip.
Oh, he always has a blip. When he sleeps, there's never been a single time. I will sometimes say his name when he is starting to wake up, just so I can see him.
Yeah.
Because he'll lift his head just... I did the same with a truck driver. Yeah, it just becomes kind of like a habitual thing.
I just can't believe it. Prosecutor Godot is the murderer. But there's no going back now. I finally figured out the truth.
I finally figured it out.
Figured out that truth.
Mr. Godot, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Miss Anise Donim, also known as Miss Misty Fey. It's hard to believe this may be true, however...
You gotta remember to take the garbage out tonight.
Ah, yes.
He's too. I was like, sir, I'm so sorry. He said, don't be sorry. At least you love me and my wife left me. Oh!
At least he took it with a sense of humor. Trying to make it cushion the awkwardness.
It's okay, no worries.
Cushion the awkwardness for you.
Oh my goodness.
That's fucking hilarious, man. But yeah, I get you.
It made it worse.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think they're trying to joke with you about it, but they don't know how to fix it, so they just say something.
Yeah.
But we highly suspect I have what's called ADHD, so it's autism and ADHD, because from what the research is showing, I guess, it's that not that they're the same thing, but they are closely linked. And there are people in my family who have ADHD and autism, so I would not be surprised if I also have that. With the amount of symptoms I show, I don't like to say I have this because...
You've not been formally diagnosed.
Yeah, and I don't want to, like, use that as something to, like, excuse behavior, but I also...
Like a crutch, almost.
Yeah, but I also don't want to misrepresent a group of people.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, I have a neurodivergency that we're figuring out, and so far our other roommate who has really, like, major ADHD is like, bro, you have it. So I feel like it's mostly accepted, but when I get a diagnosis, I'll just be like, hey, now we know 100%, even though we kind of did, but, you know, formalities.
He was laughing, so I was like, she was stupid for that, because I know how much money you're making on this load coming in. He laughed so hard he snorted.
That's how you know it's a good laugh. If I'm snorting, I can't fucking breathe, and I am enjoying every moment of my life.
If I start, like, cry laughing is when you know you got me good. Oh, fuck.
It's either that, or you get when Frumpkin scared you, like, for her, it's scares immediate. My cat moved, jump scared her so badly that she had to put her head on the desk, take deep breaths, and when she came back up into shot,
cried.
she was just tearing up.
Motherfucker, I'm playing Silent Hill 2 Remake. There's already scary shit on the screen, and out of the corner of my eye, the cat goes
An adorable
underneath.
fluffy cat with an orange bow tie showed up, and she lost her mind.
Motherfucker,
I
said, I'm
understand.
gonna jump on
I know
the
you
fuck-"
couldn't see that, but it's amusing
Oh,
that
no.
it was a cute little fluffy cat that scared the shit out of you.
Considering it's like right there.
Yes.
And all I saw was a gray mass. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No.
It's only once you realize afterwards you're like, fucking asshole. Looking up at you with like innocent eyes, you're just like, motherfucker.
Fucker. I'm glad you're getting diagnosed, though. Finding more about how your body/mind works is scary, and I'm proud of you're doing. Blah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm not actually that scared of it. I think it's because like I was going in and out of hospitals and going to different doctors even as a child, trying to get things diagnosed. But when I was little, both ADHD and autism were considered boy diseases. That may sound weird coming from me.
They were guy diseases.
Well, no, it basically, I was assigned female at birth.
Yeah.
So I was presented as a girl back then. And they were like, yeah, no, she doesn't have it because that's what boys get. And then as I got older, I was like, oh shit, I'm a dude. I figured that out. And I transitioned all that, blah, blah. And then I was just looking into ADHD and autism, and I was like, how the fuck did they miss this? Because basically, on the outside, I was not physically excited, but my brain...
Shoe fly.
That fucking... Basically, yeah. In a lot of young boys, they're like running around and they're very erratic in their spontaneous like behavior. For me, it was all mental. My mind was off the walls, and it caused me to be very anxious. And so they were like, you know what? She's probably just got bipolar disorder. And I'm like, motherfucker, that's a possibility. Who knows? Maybe I got the trifecta. I don't fucking know. Like, a lot of symptoms overlap, but it is very obvious that they misdiagnosed or just missed something entirely for me. Because again, this is only 3 days of an extraordinarily small dose of ADHD medication. And I, for the first time in my life, have woken up at a normal time and just gotten up and started doing things.
Yup.
As a baby, that didn't happen. I was so slow to wake up.
Yup.
And now I'm just kind of like, oh, it's morning time. I should do things. Like, that. I've never experienced this in my life.
Yup.
So I'm like, yeah, doc, can we, like, I can tell it's not as strong as it needs to be. I'll need an increase in, like, 3 months, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes, that would have scared the fuck out of me too. I haven't finished the remake yet. I'm 99% sure my husband is also on the spectrum and is in the exact same shoes as you. Whoa, I need that so bad.
Yeah, it's a shame that it goes, like, when people don't get diagnosed, especially if they don't get diagnosed early enough. Because I know someone who has had a fucked up time because they refused to diagnose him. and they're kind of like giving the idea to him, like, you know, you may be autistic, and he's not handling it well. He was not okay for a long time. I'm honestly happy that he's back in denial because he's safer that way. I just hope at some point he can
Accept himself.
accept it and love himself without that self-judgment or denial, without either of the two negatives.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a rough thing. Fucking bitch slapped this fly out the sky. I hit it with my wrist, but it's still
Feeling
pissed.
bad at work with not ping-ponging on task and not finishing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me when I'm cooking. I will make 2 to 3 small things for a meal, and I will go back and forth in the kitchen working on them. Make a sandwich in this corner, making a smoothie in that corner, doing little things going back and forth.
That's me with work. Well, I do casework, so it's like I go back and forth between different cases because just to get a fresh brain before I go back to the main case.
You should get tested, bud.
But it works well in my favor for my work because it makes it that a lot of the cases go out faster, so it works for me.
It works for your brain.
Yeah.
That's because I'm wondering, like, if other people in your position just go through them one by one in like a line. Like, do they just do them as they go? Because some people may not get that point where they're like, I need to work on something else. This is driving me insane.
Yeah.
Like, they may not get that. So that may be an ADHD thing, or it could be just the way you work. I don't know. Again, I have no ability to diagnose. I just know
I work with what I got.
and that's all you can do. Whether it is ADHD or not.
Do we all use Discord? Yes.
Yes.
We don't really do. Alright, what the fuck? Did you read this?
Once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you.
Glug glug.
Glug glug. And that's another thing! The echolalia. It's the fucking every little thing you need to narrate. We greet each other as goats. If that says anything. Or sheep, sorry.
But
Just make sure you don't fill up the
I'm in writing cramps! Come on.
How does a little graffiti make me
You know it's not just a little graffiti. It's the context of the graffiti and your ability to acknowledge it that makes you a likely suspect of being a killer.
yeah.
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 Yes. Oh, my dog is just dead to it. He's like, they're on their bullshit again.
Yeah.
Besides, it's not like it's my name that's written there.
Doesn't need to be.
I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red. This is rich. Do go on, Trite. The answer is right there at the crime scene.
Did you also eat right before stream?
No, I actually, I ate a while. I was just fucking drinking water.
You're just gassy.
You want a link to my server? You would both fit in so well, and we can try and be funny, and we're all inclusive and trying to build it up. I completely understand if you want to stay just on stream.
Sure.
Sure.
Like, normally my Discord is just kind of like for local friends and stuff, but if it's like a group community thing, like I checked out autism thing on Reddit. I just avoid comments at all costs because that gets toxic as fuck.
Yeah.
And I like my sanity.
In the snow.
I was like, what? I don't know. In the snow.
So, yeah. I have like 5 different things going on at all times, trust me.
Snow? How so? Well, for example, why did the killer move all that snow? Your Honor, you said it yourself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not take out just that area? Yes, why didn't he just... why didn't he take just that area?
I was reading it the reverse.
Ah, could it be?
He couldn't see the blood, so he took it all.
He's like, fuck it. All of the area.
Yes, the killer couldn't see the red blood that had seeped into the snow. And so, he had to remove all of the snow.
It's just us in here, and if there is any toxic thing, you let me know, and they'll be gone ASAP. This server is just for people we trust.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, sure.
Sounds cool. He couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area.
Objection!
Isn't it more likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark? Hey.
I'll do it after
Yep.
stream.
We got time.
And I can probably send it to you after.
Hey. Not a chance. The torches were all lit. He would have been able to see just fine. It seems that once again this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. Can you explain this, Mr. Godot?
I cannot. Oh, no, it's a Maya.
It's a Maya! A wild Maya has appeared.
It's a wild Maya. Well, wait just a minute.
Maya? What is it, witness? She has a name.
Mr. God...
Mr. Godot!
Mr. Godot isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to the Inner Temple until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until after the old bridge got fixed up.
Objection!
What's... I don't like this. Maya... You can't testify to something like that.
Why? What do you mean? I mean, no...
After the murder happened, you didn't even exist.
I have to drive home, you two. I hope to see you soon.
You two, drive
Okie
safe.
dokie, drive safe.
Turn off notifications so you don't get distracted.
Yeah.
And if you have snow, whichever state you're in, drive carefully.
Y'all need to start getting winter tires. I see you guys dealing with 3 centimeters of snow and just fucking bailing.
To be fair, I did my snow tire switch last minute, but at the same time,
Well, yeah, you couldn't get them.
couldn't fucking
off.
get the goddamn tires off the fucking thing. Sheesh.
Anyhow.
I said that.
Yes.
She didn't. I'm afraid I don't follow. He do a blep. He take the blep away.
We do the blep and he takes it away.
The blep giveth, the blep taketh away.
Oh my god, we're wacky.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
There ain't no so in
Why
the
you
South.
gotta make fun of the old man like that?
Well, you're lucky. At least you don't have any snow then. Safe drivings either way.
Yeah. You senile old man. We established this just a little while ago.
Actually, we actually got a good amount of snow this time.
Yeah.
Let's see if the snow stays.
Uh,
You never know with our fucking weather.
I think it will now, considering we're getting to November. Because, like, September and October snow goes away all the time.
Yeah, but even last year and the year before, we had like a flip-flop of weather.
Yeah. Fucking Christmas without snow is weird.
Yes, it is.
I don't like it. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, that's right.
But please, Your Honor, let me add to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me.
You can't expect me to just listen to you when you have things you want me to believe, Maya. Come on now. Like, it tends to be all or nothing. If you can explain the confusing stuff, cool. It's fine. Just, like, come on, man.
Stretch.
Do you plan to cover for Godot no matter what the cost? If that's the case, then I've got no choice. Your Honor, let's hear her testimony. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth...
Oh, hi, Frumpy.
Hey, yo, my
Of course, Frumpy coming is when Nyx is like, eyes awake.
I has a target. Hello, my boy.
He gives 0 fucks.
A nice long boy.
Did you see that fucking thing of the guy at the cat show and how they show off the best in show cat?
No.
It was a sphinx.
Okay.
And it had won best in show, and so I guess they're the traits they look for is a long-bodied cat with good boning and things like that.
Okay.
And so he's holding it up like a fucking gun, like a shoulder-mounted rocket launcher, going like, nice long body, good boning, and the cat's just like, what the fuck is my life?
That's frumpy in general.
Hey, dude, you want to say hi? No. Fuck you, Dad. Hey, Nix. Give me a kiss.
Mwah.
You good boy. Ah, I put my hand in his mouth. Ah, he was yawning. He was yawning, and I went to pat under his chin. He opened to yawn, and I just went, bah.
Good job.
Ugh.
Good boy. Sleepy boy.
So, fair enough.
If it means we're gonna get the whole truth, I say we should not silence her. Tail. Nicely done. Why are you looking back at me with the stank eye? Bruh.
Father? Alright.
How dare? Nicely done, Trite. Very well. Let's hear the witness's testimony. Please tell us what happened at the inner temple after... Oh. Yes, sir. That's not me. Fuck.
Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling, and my spirit left me, as it were. But little Pearly was there at the inner temple, too.
After the incident.
Pearly was also stuck on the inner temple side that night. The next morning, she looked around but couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spirit prep room. That's when Mr. Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He found Pearly first and cheered her right up.
You have met this child multiple times in this courtroom, sir. Who is this Pearly?
That's my little cousin, Pearl Faye.
So when did you hear about this?
Oh, just a while ago, when I was in the medical office.
I'm terribly sorry. But what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible in as testimony.
Yep.
What? Come on!
Nope.
Pearly would never tell a lie.
No, he said, she said bullshit.
She's way more honest person than I'll ever be.
That's not a good thing to say in court. Real smart, Maya. You always know the best things to say when you're under oath. Boy. The prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness. Mr. Godot. Let's just move on to the cross-examination if the defense has no objections. This is highly unusual. Considering every case in your court has been highly unusual, this is now the usual. But, well, Mr. Wright, let's get this cross-examination started. Let's get it started, huh? Let's get it started,
Yeah?
I would love to see a Black Eyed Peas remix with the Phoenix Wright characters. I need this in my life now. This is a problem.
To be fair, I think in the newer games of Phoenix Wright, especially like the last couple, and I think maybe also the anime, the voice of Phoenix is Sam Riegel.
Yes!
So, yeah.
I hope he's doing better.
Yeah, it looks like it.
He cheered her up?
That's what Pearly said. She said he was very nice older gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Godot.
And here I was thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict. Don't judge me, bitch! I know I went from comparing blood to coffee to paint, but don't judge me! Cut it out, you're making me blush. Dude, like you'd be able to see it.
You right.
How do you even know what blushing looked like? This guy is really beginning to get on my nerves in more ways than one. The truth is, there aren't that many places to look in the brain on the inner temple side. The meds are wearing off for sure. The policemen were all busy going over the garden with fine-tooth combs. So I decided to carry out an investigation in my own way. Godot style. Opa Godot style. Why so many stupid references, brain? Music.
Music.
All the musics.
Yep.
I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way, judge style. That's the only way you should be. Hello, you nuzzle me? You turn on my phone to see your own face? He is the background of my phone.
I know.
He's like, hey, me. Are you roly-poly? Are you roly-poly? He got zoom-zooms.
Yeah.
You said that you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything? It looks like my investigation went about as well as yours, Stride. After all, I did miss the bloody rating on the lantern. Well, I didn't miss it, so speak for yourself, Goggles. The only odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall. Beauty? Misty Faye, naturally. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes. Western tastes? Could he find a stranger way to describe gravy?
Yeah.
So far from where... Brain! So from there you headed for the prep room. I don't know why I have to do hand gestures like magic is making me able to read, but whatever works. It's like, sentence.
Haha.
What is it? Understand languages or whatever the fuck from D&D?
Comprehend language.
Comprehend languages. Whenever my brain goes ADHD, it's just like, comprehend language, I can speak now. Spit.
Wait a sec. What did Godot say just now? I think I just found his proverbial weak spot. There's only one thing of any importance here. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place?
You yawned and it made me yawn.
He must have already been at the inner temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed at least him. Mr. Godot, the first time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went to the Inner Temple was long before the murder took place.
But why do you say that?
Because he just made one fatal slip-up. The hanging scroll in the training hall. Hanging scroll?
But Mr. Godot is right. The scroll shows a picture of my mother.
Maya, I know you know I know you know who it is, but here's something you didn't know. By the time the bridge had been repaired 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this. What's that wonderfully delicious smell? So fucking weird talking to myself with different voices. This is what I was talking about the other day when I had to like close the fucking windows when I was practicing voice acting because I was like, there's no way the neighbors aren't gonna think I'm insane.
Yeah.
The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy.
Gravy? But why gravy, Nick?
Because gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the hanging scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have had any way of knowing that it was Misty Fey.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Well, wait a minute, Nick.
Why? Yes.
Yes.
Take another look at the hanging scroll. Look at the top. There's a crest there.
Oh, that. It's the mark of the master, correct?
Exactly. So if you know the meaning of the mark...
Then you could guess it was a... Hello? You could guess it was a picture of Misty Fey on there.
Hi, buddy.
He is.
La galette dans l'air.
Hi, Crumpy.
He's a silly boy.
From kids like, don't pet him, pet me.
Num, num.
Hey, yo.
Hi. Bending his neck.
Hello, jaloux.
Bending his neck like a fucking exorcist. Get your lip stuck on my arm.
Blim.
He's just smushing his lips.
True. But Mr. Godot described what was underneath like this. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes.
Oh,
Yes, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he couldn't have known that she was wearing Japanese clothing. Ew.
You got slime on me, you slobbery bitch.
You sniff? My cat sniffs the microphone all the time. You good? You done? You got your fix?
Let him.
Doesn't help that it's a fuzzy mic.
On the day of the murder, you were hiding at the inner temple long before the crime took place.
Rabble, rabble, rabbles. Yeah?
Accusatory glare.
Boop.
Can I ask you just one little thing, Troy?
Depends on what it is, I guess.
What is it?
If I would say this, I'd be like, tu veux?
Tu veux?
Tu veux?
This whole theory of yours, it all rests on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed.
that's right. Otherwise, there's no reason for him to sneak onto the crime scene.
Of course, Mr. Godot knew about the plan.
Huh?
What did you say? Is it really possible another person knew of that plan?
Where does she mean?
This crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan Fay authored the plan. Authored the plan for her daughter's future. And these instructions were hidden somewhere in Fay Manor for a year. However, by the time Little Pearls found these instructions, they had already been unsealed. Unsealed? Yes. The killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the Inner Temple. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Don't wiggle the camera, you ass!
Scoop, goop.
You're gonna give the kitty to me? Is the kitty my reward? He's getting hugs, he's fine. What do I do? What do I do with the kitty?
Nothing. I'm holding the kitty.
And you still insist this crafty killer is me?
How do push button while hold cat?
You bet I do.
I don't want your ass in my face. Get your nose out of my jug.
Well, you just said that the instructions were hidden.
That's right. And Mr. Godot couldn't have known where the instructions were hidden.
Ta-ta, Dusty!
If he really wanted to know, he had one great chance to find out. Yes, and when was that? During a visit.
A visit?
Morgan Fay told her daughter Pearl about where the instructions were hidden. During one of her visits to the detention center. To the detention center. That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden. Eavesdropping on a visit at the detention center? Yes. It could be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like example...
It looks like he was gonna sniff or bite you. I couldn't tell. Or maybe just yawn at you.
Probably.
For example, a prosecutor such as Mr. Godot.
Oh, he likes when it did that thing on Phoenix because the white lines were going by. The speed lines.
More orders! Mr. Godot, you're under fire again. This murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge. And you were the only one that could have acquired this information before the murder. Humans are afraid of the dark.
Why do you respond to everything with these things?
Nick's leaving.
Nix. Yeah,
My guy.
that's what happens, bud. You fall on shit when you're not paying attention. Come on. Hop, hop.
Nick's up.
Good boy. You leave Frumpkin alone. He's fine.
And yet, at the time, we're fascinated and bewitched by it. Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that
It's coffee. I assure you, sir, I'm not drinking the darkness within in the mornings. Sorry for always asking, but what the fuck? What does that mean?
It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer, in this case, eavesdropped on a conversation during a jail visit where he learned of a hidden plan for a crime. After discovering the plans, he hid in the inner temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all of that just to protect this witness. That's right. If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this?
You've had the biggest grudge against me for...
This girl's nothing but a stranger to me.
Her sister isn't.
Liar!
I've got no reason to go through all that kind of trouble to protect her. I am what you see. I'm certainly not the type to rescue the damsel in distress.
Sure, bud.
You've been retroactively trying to rescue Mia Fey by punishing me. Pretty sure you are.
The killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for lack of a better word. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect this witness's life, his behavior is still a little too unnatural.
Or we're just missing information that makes it natural.
However, you had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Godot? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs.
I knew it. Your figured it out, haven't you, Nick?
It's kind of obvious.
Very obvious.
It's Godot.
Maya, I guess you were doing your best to cover for Godot.
Cover for.
For the same reason, huh? Okay, Trey, I'm all ears. Let's hear it. It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you. What's this? There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. One person that ties you and Maya Fey together inextricably?
That looks about right.
I believe I said that correctly.
There's a very good reason why Maya Fey's life is so precious to you. After all, she is Mia Fey's only sister. Mia Fey. You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney.
Wait a second here. It's almost like I have records on this, but, you know, I don't look into that stuff. Mr. Godot is a defense attorney?
Ooh. With your honor's piercing intellect, you... Such a dig. You must have figured it out by now. The real name of this man who calls himself Godot, his real name is Diego Armando. Isn't that right? The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago.
Samesies, dude.
You're like, I feel you, bro.
Diego Armando. That name rings a bell. It should, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Falls killed himself. Mia Fey's first time in court, the tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all, it was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise. But in the end, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, I almost said Syrier, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked.
It's... I was about to use a completely different fucking voice for Mia. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Nah.
Mia, you can't cry yet. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients. That pure sweetheart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Hawthorne. Mia and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria.
Ah, I just remembered. 6 years ago, right here in this courthouse, you were poisoned.
Correct, Judge.
Even I didn't see it coming.
Few people do. Otherwise, they wouldn't get poisoned if they did see it coming.
Yeah.
Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee.
Some newspaper at the time called it a murder. But very little information about the case was released to the press.
But you weren't dead at all. No official reports ever actually called it a murder. It was just I was just in a deep, deep coma. I see. My body shut down. My life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. The woman's poison did a real number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight, and all my hair turned white due to the damage it caused.
He became Danny Phantom.
That's terrible.
Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poison brew. Then one morning, my eyes flew open from the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee.
For fuck's sakes.
I mean, it explains his obsession with it.
Yeah.
5 years? You were asleep?
It's me when they had me on that old medication. You were asleep for 5 years? Oh, I gotta go to my friend's house. Ronan, it is no longer the weekend. It is now Monday.
Huh?
I slept through a day.
And the worst possible news was waiting for me. Mia Fey was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought I had.
You didn't have her! Ugh.
The woman I loved had been murdered. And the woman I loathed had been sentenced to death. The woman you loathed?
Sir.
The woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee, Dahlia Hawthorne.
That bitch.
Good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad.
This is definitely a therapy moment where you need to learn just because you love someone does not mean they need to love you back, and you do not own that person. You have abandonment issues. Talk to a therapist.
For someone like me, for someone who had slept away their best days.
Wait, he was asleep for 5 years.
He was in a coma.
Yes, but it's like, to think 5 years is all you get of good years? You definitely need therapy. Fucking 32 and just getting started, bro.
There were only 2 reasons left to live. And it was for those 2 reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor. Hi, Cat.
You coming?
It's fine, Nix. Don't worry about it. He's all good. Hey, best boy. If I may ask, what were your 2 reasons to live? The first was you, Trite.
Smooch.
Me? If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Mia Fey never would have died, much less the way she did.
We're going to continue with...
You were the only...
Okay, just continue.
You were the only one who was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all your fault. You just blamed yourself. But project onto me.
Go to therapy!
It wasn't like that. I wanted to see for myself what kind of man you really were. So that's why you became a prosecutor. My other reason for living, she goes by the name of Maya Fey.
Huh? You mean me?
No, the other Fey.
Come on.
You were the only way I could make up for the sin of not saving Mia.
You're not a superhero, you can't save everyone.
1 year ago, when the Korean village incident was resolved,
This bitch.
This bitch.
it was obvious that Morgan Fey was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as a prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her. And that's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center.
Yawn.
Honk.
He's at humans, why?
I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it. That makes sense. If Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out. Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices. Accomplices? Iris of Hazakura Temple and Misty Faye. I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Pearl Faye.
But how did you contact my mother? She had been missing for almost 20 years.
Officially, yes.
What? What do you mean officially?
You've heard about it, haven't you?
Hi, sir.
About the strong ties between the main family and the government? Now that you mention it, Bikini did say something to that effect. She said that the master of the Kurain had a great authority. Even without her official position, Misty Face still wielded great influence. The police had been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. That's why I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as a prosecutor.
So my mother was cooperating with you?
Don't ever forget. No matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you.
She was always...
That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. I used your families as pawns because of my personal trauma. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff. Her staff? The one with the sword in it? The day the plan was to be carried out, arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hazakura Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fay if necessary.
Hey, young boy.
Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price. That's what mothers do.
My mother...
Good mothers. That night, the night of the crime, there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan. You mean Pearls, don't you? We had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne.
Well, Pearls, what are you doing? What are you going to do tonight?
Well,
If you'd like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together. I forgot how the fuck I voiced her, so whatever.
It's fine.
We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan. But she never showed up.
she was worried and followed me to the inner temple.
That was the thing we were most afraid of. And that's why Misty Faye had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body. What do you mean with this self-explanatory sentence? If she channeled the spirit first, then Pearls wouldn't be able to do it herself.
Le choc.
The Master of Kurain, the Master of Kurain, Misty Faye's powers was supreme. So that's how it went down.
I love the speed lines, man.
She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Fay wouldn't be able to. What? I don't understand any of this, but okay. Is it true? Is this true? My role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Fey. That's why I hid myself at the Inner Temple. Just in case you needed to be saved from Dahlia Hawthorne.
Good judge.
Anyway,
Hey, yoga boy. Oh, hey, yoga boy.
Thank you for cleaning my hand, I guess.
anyway. That's all I'm gonna admit to, Troit. Huh? There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney. But you're gonna have to do the rest yourself. The background leading up to this incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now. Maya Fey, and I'm sad to say, you, Mr. Godot. Well, Troit, if you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all. Show us beyond the shadow of a doubt, of a doubt, that you can finish this on your own.
No, Nick. Please don't.
I have to, Maya.
I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot.
Well, you just admitted that you're protecting him, which means we know the answer.
I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia. And me too!
Someone doing something for you out of guilt doesn't mean you owe them protection.
You don't owe him shit.
Ugh, getting flashbacks.
Maya, I know that.
Nick.
But even so, that doesn't absolve him of his crime. Please, Maya, testify. Shitty people can do good things, good people can do shitty things. Miss Fey, your testimony, please. This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I will know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
The final testimony.
I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick.
All right, young lady. Tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder?
Time of the murder.
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red light. 3 of them. I thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead though. She struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly the red light went out and the whole area was dark. Just at the moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Talia collapsed and I lost consciousness.
These red lights. I thought you said you don't remember seeing them.
I was lying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, something.
Cat's like my window.
I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden.
Things break, Trite. Even the best of theories.
Shut up.
Who was it that stabbed Misty Fey? Looks like you still can't prove it. Maya's telling the truth this time. I know it. The rest is up to me. Well then, Mr. Wright. Proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness.
Tobins!
All the Tobins. He has 50,000 toe beans.
Yeah.
You have every toe bean in the world. Every single bean.
You're so inbred, but we love you anyway.
You have all the beans. Maybe that's why he's always so, like, zoomy. He's full of beans.
What do you,
full of shit.
what do you mean by just at that moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out?
Yes, that's right.
That scream that you heard, then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice.
What? So then that scream came from the killer? That's gotta be it.
I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh? I would too if I'd been stabbed with that.
After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess.
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me. It sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder.
There's a contradiction!
I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. That makes sense, after all. My deductions are almost certainly at least he's self-aware.
Yeah.
Almost certainly never correct. Remember the testimony she just gave? Before the killer let out a scream, Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood.
Hello.
In other words, the blade... You are so distracting. The blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim.
Is that right?
She couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff.
Robble, robble, robble.
If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Wright. There's only...
Go away.
There's only one thing I can think of.
Was he squirming?
He was squirming and Nix, you need to relax and leave him alone. Lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down. I will not stop pushing your shoulder until you lie down, lie down, lie down. Nix!
As soon as I say his name, boom.
Okay,
There's only one thing I can think of. That could have been used as the weapon here. Dahlia Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff. What could she have used to strike at the killer?
The dagger. With the knife that is unknown.
Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right! I forgot about evidence, like always! This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree. Oh!
Yeah? You good? Okay.
The detective found that this morning and brought it to me. Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this. And she managed to wound him as well.
Objection!
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim.
You just confirmed that it wasn't.
Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. So, Mr. Godot, you're gonna have to strip. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer, like we established already?
Exactly.
And DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Godot, it would prove that it's your blood.
Hey, I was gonna say, are you gonna spit out your coffee there again?
Nice theory, Troy.
Can someone just take him into a back room and ask him to undress? Like, this is now something that needs to be investigated.
Order! Order in the court! Is this the end? Have I done it? Even he won't be able to change the results of a scientific test. Let me ask you something, Trite, instead of just getting to the point. Let's just say that it turned out I was the killer.
Okay.
Do you really think I'd be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
Huh?
Just think for 1 second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct?
I can barely see red as it is, you fucking dumbass.
But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom. Yes, that does... Yes, what does that prove? Well... Brain, if I really were the killer...
We're almost done.
It's because I'm focusing too much on voices now.
Ah, yeah.
Because as my voice gets raspier, I have to try harder to differentiate them.
Yeah.
So I have to be like, wait, which voice? Fuck.
I couldn't have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it. It can't be. In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Trite. That blood, it doesn't belong to me. Not a chance.
That's echolalia.
In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. Alright then, witness, continue your testimony.
Wait a minute.
What's the problem?
I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation.
Wow. Alright, Maya. Alright.
This dagger, you said it was... You said that it wounded the killer?
Yeah. That's right.
But if Mr. Goodell had really been cut with the dagger, his clothes should still be bloody or have rips in them, right?
Have you never heard of a changing room?
And bandages?
Maya.
Maybe he just changed his clothes? That solved the contradiction pretty easily.
What are you talking about? It's not that simple. Remember back to the day of the murder? Everyone that was on the Inner Temple side got trapped there.
Oh, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed for the Inner Temple, Mr. Godot was already there waiting for them.
He never had a chance to change his clothes.
Order in the court.
Oh.
Oh!
Fuck your order.
Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him. But no one they planned this!
Well, no, the lightning strike.
Oh, the lightning yes.
Continue reading.
They planned to do this knowing that they could get in danger because of it.
But no one could predict the lightning strike.
Fuck that. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying he still could have thought ahead and been like, I should bring this just in case there's blood on me and I need to change.
He could have just gone home. Devil's advocate, I will just say he could have just gone home if it wouldn't have been for the bridge.
Yes, but they don't know that. I'm saying because there are unknowns,
well, they couldn't plan for everything.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He probably planned ahead with clothes.
Or
not.
Or he might not have. We don't.
I'm saying that is a possibility.
Yeah.
No one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Correct. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes? Note to self. If planning a fucking murder, maybe have a change. Did the judge just take smart pills during...
They're kicking in finally.
Hey, same. Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder.
Butt naked.
I mean, hey. That way he wouldn't get any blood on them.
Objection!
Why is it impossible that you would take your clothes off? That's impossible, Wright. You know how... We're Canadian again. How? That is not impossible, bro.
Oh, we're Canadian, he's not. No,
But the furnace was on.
it wasn't.
It was turned on.
Yeah, but like, that's only gonna help so much.
Mhm.
It's outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to burn shit, and that's it.
And it heats up. I know.
I
I'm not
didn't-
saying that that's what happened. I am drawing conclusions as to what it could be
Yeah.
because you know this, I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm pointing out things like, oh, he could have done what I literally called him Trite. What Wright is saying if he burned if something was burning and he used that for warmth. You know how cold it gets up there late at night. You could have Canadian blood. I don't fucking know. After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid. Bruh.
You would get frostbite. Or you would get frostbite.
Yo, you wouldn't be long getting frostbite. I fucking love it. Did you see the glow up thing of him?
Yes.
It's so
So
good. Oh my god.
All the
We didn't have much of a choice in the matter. Oh god, I love it. So that's all you've got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this. Fuck you! Right now, if Mia Fey were... Don't put words in a dead person's mouth. If Mia Fey were here... If Mia Fey were here... She would have closed she would have closed the book on this case already. If Mia Fey were here... So come on, Trite. Can you do it or not? How about it, Mr. Wright? Can you do it? You've accused Mr. Godot of being the killer. But can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence? We've shown multiple things that correlate with him and the What are you talking about? The question isn't whether or not I can whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have.
Tafas!
We need like a French dub of this game. Just people going, Tafas! No Tafas! I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer.
Never mind French, just an Acadian translation of it. Tafas, asti! No tafas!
I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition just as you want. Justice and just as. Just a justice. Huh, that's good. A fight to the bitter end, right?
Fighter.
My brain isn't
It's
braining
okay,
right
it's
now. I can't do shit. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point. Oh yeah, one of these. Why don't we go for the ultimate penalty?
Unlimited.
Unlimited penalty, which is completely pointless.
You good? Do not herd my cat away from me. He is allowed to say hello to us. There you go.
Hi, puppy.
It's okay. can
Oh,
stand up.
you wish for my attention, eh?
You can sit up. Hi. Yeah. Hi. You just don't go after him if he's not doing anything wrong. Yeah, hi. I love you.
so freaking jealous right now.
I know.
It's like, no, the cat can't be near you. I need the pets. Cat. Put my tail in front of your camera and nudge your microphone away.
Did you read this?
Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need.
Fuck your mic.
Give me a break. You've got nothing, Trite.
I'm not even fucking bothering to adjust it.
Snoog. Oh my god, cat.
You done?
So there we go. So, what do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle. Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger. But
Shut up, let me run with it.
we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. We've proven Godot may not have... Lie down. Leave the boy alone. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a blood stain on his clothing. There's one place. One place the killer could have hidden his wound. What did you say?
Hidden?
This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there were no bloodstains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound. It's the end of the line. The final stop, Trite. Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location you say the killer hid his wound?
Tough us.
I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. I can deny your accuracy without understanding what you're even trying to say.
Right.
What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. I don't need to be. Isn't that right, Trite? What was that just now? Yeah? It can't be. It's almost like she's realized I've been an asshole and is trying to tell me to shut the fuck up.
Right.
You're living on through him? Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right. Your mask went flying off your face. The fuss!
Tough us.
Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved.
Tough us.
No. Exactly.
Persona.
Just now, I saw her spirit in you.
It's funny because that mask could easily be a Persona mask from Persona 5.
You don't say!
Tu dis pas.
I never liked you. 6 years ago. You helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of... Unintentionally. Sure. Okay. And then... while I was sleeping... something bad happened that you had no control over. But sure. You let Mia die. Don't you fucking project your shit onto me!
Let him vent, I guess.
But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You don't have any problems, Phoenix Wright. You're happy all the time and don't think of these people. I know what's inside your head because I project everything. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. Almost like honoring her. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Go to therapy! I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
I feel like the moral of this game is a lot of people need therapy.
Yes.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. That's why I was so insistent that I fucking hated you, because I knew it was incorrect. I hate you so... No.
I think he hates himself more than he hates
Yeah,
Phoenix.
but he can't... It's the fact that he's like, I knew that I didn't actually hate you. No, you did. You genuinely thought you hated me, but you can't admit you're wrong about anything because you've got issues. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive was yourself. I get it. It was me. You yourself? I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask and threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. But you saved Maya. Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
What do you mean?
Are you listening? I'm pretty sure she can't not listen to you right now, dude. Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person I should have gone and talked to right away.
Who would that be?
Who the fuck do you think?
Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother. But I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. You just told us the reason why. Do you know why? The real reason?
No. Why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you after all.
Huh?
I wanted to prove a point. I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia. Nothing more. Survivor's guilt. Survivor's guilt. That's why I let you walk right into that situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me. That's why I let you endanger yourself and almost die. You know, forgive me, though. Did he even say sorry, or did he just say forgive me?
I think he just said forgive me.
Fuck off, Godot. You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya. Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure. He means he's not sure about why he does what he does, because he's traumatized, dude. What do you mean by that? That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette. A part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. I was really motivated by the pure desire to protect my... was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Fey? Or was it something else?
Ranger.
Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years ago? I was like, earlier.
Earlier.
6 years earlier. Could it have been simple desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was...
You don't say.
I finally realized I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. A stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from me as death. Instead, you picked up where she left off. As a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Gadot.
Slow.
Yeah?
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
I think he was trying to resolve his own
Oh, there's
shit.
that.
Thanks. Your wound. It's bleeding.
Freaking crying tears of blood there, buddy.
Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Tears! Ever since I woke up from my coma. I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando.
You'd do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Yeah?
This time, it really is all over, isn't it?
Fucking thank Christ.
Defendant,
Yes, Your Honor.
although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and crime scene is a serious offense in itself.
I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway.
Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you.
Apologize? To me? For what?
For the case 5 years ago, of course.
I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was gonna do it. She was planning to kill me.
It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other.
What do you mean? What do you mean? She was lying to you the whole fucking time. What do you mean?
You and my sister. You only met twice.
And you met the phony version of her. Huh? We only met twice?
The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed.
No way. It can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... Come on. Come on, Phoenix.
For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister.
It wasn't Dahlia?
Yes, he is an idiot.
Who else could be Dahlia?
I hope one day you can forgive me, Feeny.
You mean...
That's right. I lied to you. For 8 months.
The court, what the fuck is happening?
But why? Why would you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance, she couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you...
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst.
All I can hear is that fucking video of that guy trying to say in the beginning. In the beginning.
Yeah.
In the beginning. No, wait. In the beginning. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Because I know what it's like when you find a word you're not used to,
Yeah.
let alone trying to say it in a language you're not used to.
Yeah.
Prepared for the worst.
She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice.
You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance.
So you're just doing shitty things for other people, so it's not on their souls, it's on yours. You're too self-sacrificing. Go to therapy! And that's why you came to me? You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place?
But I couldn't get you to give it back. I feel that's something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer.
And then that shit happened.
She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened.
She's a psycho.
Mm-hmm. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime and she would confer with you.
I think she must have noticed.
Notice what? You dense fucking...
My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life. Or mine.
Le gasp!
Le sheesh! Sheesh! Fuck.
Yeah?
Sit your butt down, you big goober pup.
Leave my cat alone.
Yes, you can snuggle me.
After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed.
I have something to say to you too.
Yes?
Stomach grumbles, apparently. You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you.
Just didn't realize you weren't you.
Thank you.
Why you look at my hand?
Boop. I literally read that as how many cupcakes? How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years?
Here we go again.
Even I don't know. I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had.
Freedom!
Freedom coffee! Don't you think so, Phoenix Wright?
Oh my god, yeah.
Fuck yeah! I think you're right. The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim Elise Donim. The fuck are you doing? At some point I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case.
I understand, Your Honor.
I forgot that fucking happens.
Very well! On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant...
Not guilty. Woo! No, woo!
Court is now adjourned. Thank you.
Um,
You just kind of gently over his snout and you just...
Alright.
Don't bark at the audience. It's rude.
Alright.
So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended, was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by his own hand. By my own hand.
Of course. No.
Oh. Don't fucking point.
No.
No, like pointing something, like pointing a finger that close to my face, it actually like does something. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Fair enough. Of course justice was served. Of course you used Pearl's body.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant.
But I couldn't save Mr. Armando. The man who cared so deeply for you.
You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible.
You mean with that verdict?
I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You are as good out there today as any defense attorney could have ever hoped to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me.
Yeah.
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll meet again someday, Phoenix.
I've handled lots of cases and seen a lot of things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Nick,
Maya.
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia? What did she say?
That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
But
Come on, cut it out with the gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you have done for us, Nick.
Maya, how can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Fuck. Francisca! Hey! Hi.
Oh god, internet. Still as softy as always. Phoenix Wright.
Well, shit. I didn't think we'd be doing everyone today. God. Alright.
Excellent work, Wright.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth? When did you get back?
I've no idea. Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that.
They were probably in the gallery.
Edgeworth and Francisca have actually been helping me.
Helping you?
Yeah. If these two hadn't been there on the first day of the trial... the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Wow. But where were you, Nick?
I heard he fell into the river and caught a nasty cold, which forced him to sleep all day.
Yes, he laid in bed shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head.
Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too. Francisca?
I don't suppose. Oh!
Bro. Why?
He was in the stands.
God damn it, Larry. I don't suppose there's room for me in this group hug, is there?
Huh? Larry?
What's with the, longer than usual face? I realized something when I was reborn.
Sure.
I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone, not even once.
That's not true. Right, Nick?
What? You're asking me? Well, you've known him since grade school. Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right? Yeah, of course. I knew it. Everything would be better off if I were gone for good. No. Oh yeah. These portraits you painted. They were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? What? Me? Why are you making that face, huh, Edgy? Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance.
Yes.
What? I can't say that they lack resemblance. Alright. But do you really mean it? What about you, Franzi? Did I draw you well too? Oh, that's why resemblance. He drew them.
Yeah. My beauty can't possibly catch it by a mere crayon. Clear. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something.
So then you'll do it? Like you promised?
Don't get carried away.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, how about that? I get... Fuck you, man. I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at.
My guy.
The painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around. Pearls? Where could she have gone? Normally she would have made... I thought it said beanie for Maya. Beeline for Maya.
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back.
Okay.
Bye. Hey, Pearly!
Just a homing beacon. Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you're wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened? Yeah.
To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Well, you don't often seem happy even when you win, so... You may also... No, you absolutely also need therapy, Francisca. That's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realized something. Now is actually the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
When others are weak, you must be strong to help. Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya's trying her best. It's for that person that Maya's trying her best not to cry. God. Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya. Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand too.
Why?
Then tell me, Phoenix Wright. Who is Maya Fey being strong for? Perfect.
The poor kid, after all. The reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother Morgan. It's for the good of the Fey clan. I'm sure she believed every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy.
Poor Pearly.
It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya.
The sister she never had.
But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
Fucking fly, get off my face.
And that's exactly why Maya's putting on a... That's not Edgeworth anymore. That's exactly why Maya's putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake. Until she can see her smile again.
God damn it! Put me through the fucking gambit of voices, alright. Oh hey, so this is where you all were. Wow. Okay. The fuck was that for? What was that for, sir?
Sorry about that, Scruffy.
Oh my god, she apologized.
My whip just seems to have mind of his own.
That's bullshit. Oh, excuse.
That actually got spooked and automatically reaction.
What?
She got spooked and automatically whipped him by being spooked. God damn it! Oh. Sorry, Scruffy.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on... How? How is dinner on you?
Dinner is never on you, sir.
It's on me. My salary's just sort of kind of gone down a teeny weeny bit, but it's alright. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight, so you can foot the fucking bill again.
No, I know which restaurant. No. Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward.
Huh? But I'm not a masochist.
Detective Gumshoe, you said first-class French restaurant. You don't mean...
Hi. Jesus Christ. Hi!
Fumbling into it.
After this case, our arguing Crown of Pencil's short fanfic, The Dry Branch, is set the day after it ends on Archive of Our Own. Fair enough.
Why'd you glare at me? I didn't do it. Très bien. Where else?
Don't go there, guys. Whew.
I knew it. We're doomed.
Yes.
Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal. Hey, you, crybaby, you're invited too.
Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I'll be eating at the loser shack eating potatoes.
How dare you lump Pearl in with you and call her a fucking loser? She's epic. Why'd you knock over the fucking... Disaster cat knocking over speakers and shit. Like a bitch.
Tommy! Anyways.
My toe beans.
You know, Maya's taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. Hello? Oh, Maya, what's wrong?
Nick, what do I do? Pearly. I can't find her anywhere.
We all look for her. Huh? I'll bet she went back home. That's all.
I thought so too, so I called the village. But no one has heard from her. This has never happened before.
As I figured, she's been badly hurt by this incident. No shit. Her whole family is at each other's throats. What do you think that does to a child? She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
But none of this was her fault.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to convince a child of that.
What should I do?
We find her, and then we explain this to her, and that these are adult problems, and it shouldn't have been put on her. And they get her into therapy as well. Group therapy session. Immediately. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? What is it, pal? Could you guys go on ahead? But what about you? Maya and I will... We'll join you guys once we find pearls.
Nick?
Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We'll have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. Yeah, but you're the fuck!
Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead.
Don't keep us waiting, Wright. We won't.
But where should we look? Where could Pearly have gone?
Bro, I ended up on rooftops. We'll figure it out. Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to. My ass is numb. Ow.
Move your butt.
Ow! Oh!
Hazakura Temple.
I need a better fucking chair for this shit. For pearls. I bet this is a very important place. After all, this is where the whole incident started.
What's this? You're all back again so soon?
Hello.
Sister Bikini. I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight. So she's here? Pearly's here? She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her? Okay. Pearly's not here.
Ah. Maya. The hanging scroll.
Someone cleaned it off.
It's gotta be pearls.
Mystic Maya! Pearly! Why'd you just leave like that? Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya!
Who wants mashed potatoes?
Right.
I swore that would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother.
Nope, that's you.
Manipulation by adults is not your fault, child. That's why you came here?
It's the least I could do to pray for your happiness.
You're not responsible for adults' happiness, child!
You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I'm sad that my mother is gone. But how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie to just make me feel better. No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here is all thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. Even if one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Mystic Maya. I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty.
Fucking throat.
Sister Bikini.
Yeah. Yeah,
his throat
man.
getting dry, or is it just like...
It's just the muscles is like
Oh.
pulling. I'm like, oh. Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you that what she said to me that night. After dishonoring the good name of Corrine, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts.
You should give her closure before you do this.
Well, too late now. She's dead.
It's like, I don't deserve to face her. I understand what she's trying to say, but it's like, facing her would help her, not you. Well, I'm sure it would help you too, but like, think of her first.
It's true. She'll always be with me until the day I die. That's true.
But Maya didn't know that, and you put her through a lot because of it.
Your spirit? Nope. Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she has no regrets. That's you.
I was just talking.
Okay.
She'll always be with,
Sir,
I'm still right here, motherfucker.
we're trying to finish. Shut up.
She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh?
Oh, and that's home.
That's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? I don't think any of the tense of that sentence that I said was correct. I think I completely misread that and used current and past tense, but whatever. To never take the charm off until the day you die.
That's the Master's talisman.
The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important, rather it was the contents.
That's...
A photo. A photo?
Mother.
It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of...
Measure? That's the true measure. That's the true measure of what a human life is worth. From Bugs Bunny.
Arrow.
We defense
Soon
attorneys...
as I come in the house, From can just zoom into the mudroom.
Of course.
We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
So that was already broken.
Oh dear. Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, and Mr. Armando. There was no and there, but whatever. And Maya's mother too. I learned that from all of them.
Look at that tiny Maya.
I love the idea of that just being a continued thing, generation to generation, of breaking the fucking vase.
Well, shall we get going? Everyone's waiting. This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today.
But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training. I promise.
I know, and I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 for when you come back.
Alright, we're gonna have the great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya. I'll eat lots of food tonight.
You know, there's one thing I don't get and probably don't want to, but,
What is it, Nick?
Reservations for training is fine and all, but why for 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick.
one of us.
Next time you can train it right alongside us.
Uh-huh.
I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you.
I'm good. Huh?
It'll be great, Nick. We're gonna do the special training course, naturally.
Ha.
That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Miss Maya, wouldn't you?
Don't you
Even
fucking-
walk on hot coals, right?
Don't you dare.
We'll have a nice big meal right before we come next time. Right, Nick?
You know, I was wondering if I can say just one little thing.
Sure. Of course you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it. I'm getting goosebumps, too.
Hi.
Well then, here goes nothing.
Fuck no! And we're done!
That took forever.
We chatted a lot, though.
Yeah.
We had...
I do like chatting though.
Yeah.
Like chatting with the people while we do stuff.
I really have to work hard.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, it's doing the auto.
Nope.
Yeah. It's doing the wrap up.
If you want to read, pause and read. For the people on the YouTubes.
On the YouTube?
Because there's no fucking way
I'm gonna try and speed read it in a voice. Nah. Hi, buddy. Oh my god. So how did you like the original trilogy?
It was good.
Lots of shenanigans, but the shenanigans are funny.
Yes.
And next time we'll start the Miles Edgeworth investigation games.
Him running around with fucking gumshoe like Scooby-Doo. Hey, speaking of the devil.
Did he?
Brandon?
I was gonna say he got a new coat.
I feel 10 years younger. I haven't taken it off. I'm never taking it off. Somehow you don't seem the same.
Don't worry about it, and then they will love him. Oh,
Hey!
Yay!
Thank God.
God, those two, fucking hell, man.
About time you found love.
Andrew
yeah.
and Andrews. Once again, your debt. Thank you for the treasures of the creating exhibit. It was a great success. You even got to see Miss Von Carmen hasn't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip. And said that I must show you whenever I. Oh no.
You're gonna have to say no to that.
I refuse.
Hey, I love him.
Ron! Disney and I started a company called Mask the Mask Consulting. We dedicate to stopping evil plans of all criminals in the city. Our motto is cut it out, please. Pretty cute, huh? That's cute.
Cut it out, please.
Well, we also sell plans to criminals as a sidekick. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals.
Maybe. Maybe.
We are consulting to help people when it comes to crime, but we also sell the plans on the side to the criminals. Oh, yes. I wanted to show you my appreciation to Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tigre. So I lent him- oh god. And a tea set. A special thick tea. What I mixed with my own 2 hands. I bet he's drinking it now. Win through compromise. Oh boys.
Get your fucking hands out my drink.
Oh boys.
Nix, stop.
Thank you.
Oh, the old man. I'm just old and in the way. A wrinkly, grumpy, clown-nosed waste of flesh. At least that's what I thought. But my grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old and I cried like a little baby with dirty diapers. As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Elg. I do hope everyone will... His name is Adam Mada. Okay. Oh, Jesus. My. More reporters. Since the murder, we've made so much money, I hardly know what to do.
Donate it to charities then.
I think the magazine like us because I... okay. Can hardly wait for Iris to come back. Ha 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 ho ho ho. turned into such a respectable man, Feeny. Hi, Frumpy, I feel you. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come and visit me here. I, of course, was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but I kind of feel bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got a nosebleed. Of fucking course.
We need to teach Pearls what assault is.
Hi. Hi. Okay.
And he snuggles.
Nope. You're stuck here with me, sir.
I don't want to be. I want to annoy you and then walk away.
Objection!
Too bad. No! I refuse!
Snoog. Snoog and the boy.
No!
Chryslip? That's a name. Hi.
No, you're mine.
But I want.
Oh no!
I want to annoy you and leave.
What's this? I'm back from a long and tiring vacation and no one's here to greet me? I guess while I was gone, my little whippersnapper buddy quit. Ah! Oh god! Got alone in the security room.
Fuck. Of course we had her at the end. But thank God we didn't have her during. Because I don't think my voice could have taken it. Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat. Legally, assault is threatening to hit, actually hitting his battery. Fair enough.
Larry.
If assault is just threatening the I've been assaulted many times. Yes, thank you. Now stop projecting the idea of being a loser onto a child.
Yeah. Hi, buddy. Oh, look at it.
Cute little like watercolor, I like that.
I think that was the picture that Larry did.
Hey.
Oh, and he did too. Hey.
Yeah.
Who's a city frumpy? You're a city frumpy.
We are done!
How long have we been playing from the beginning?
3 hours.
No, since we started all this, the trilogy.
Oh. I will tell you in a second. It's multiple sessions. I will tell you how many sessions afterwards. I will end this here. Thank you everyone who's watching the stream tonight. If you enjoyed it and you have not done so already, you can always follow me on Twitch so you know the next time I pop online. I do have a YouTube channel for you to see the previous VODs I've done in the past, including all of the VODs of Phoenix Wright, which will be, if you want to watch that, link down below if you want to see. And for the people on YouTube, we'll see this later on. If you want to see the videos live, you can always pop on over to the Twitch channel. Link is in the description of every one of my videos. What?
My ass!
And if not, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel so you know the next time a new video pops up. Thank you everyone who's watching tonight. See y'all next time.
Bye, guys!
Don't bark.
Good night.